Hello, everybody. We're trying, this is our second week of doing a virtual meeting. And we're trying some new things. You're going to see, we're able to insert our speakers. We've got our pledge, we got our prayer. So we've got some new things we're trying. So, be patient with us as we try some new things and a new method. But mainly we want to keep our communication. So I'd like to say is welcome to the Rotary Club of Dallas. Today is March 25th. I don't know what day that is. I need to start a calendar of how many days we've been in the coronavirus. But here we are where we are. We do the best that we can. Welcome to the first club in Texas, 39th in the world. And hope you enjoy today's program. First thing I'd like to do is say hello to everyone out on Facebook. Like us, follow us, watch us. This is also going to be, if you can't watch it on Facebook, we'll also be moving this to YouTube. So it will be there as well. So look to the website for the links for those. And one of the things we'd also like, if you've got any suggestions, let us know. Anything we can do to make this more informative and more enjoyable. So today we are very fortunate to have, and I think you're going to enjoy both of these. We've got Shelby Abita is going to do our invocation, and our Pledge of Allegiance is going to be done by Francisco Arias.
Hi, Rotary friends. I hope you're all staying healthy and you're well. Please join me in a prayer of solidarity. For all who have contracted coronavirus, we pray for care and healing. For those who are particularly vulnerable, we pray for safety and protection. For all who experience fear or anxiety, we pray for peace of mind and spirit. For affected families who are facing difficult decisions between food on their tables or public safety, we pray for policies that recognize their plight. For those who do not have adequate health insurance, we pray that no family will face financial burdens alone. For those who are afraid to access care due to their immigration status, we pray for recognition of the God-given dignity of all. For our brothers and sisters around the world, we pray for shared solidarity. And for our public officials and decision makers, we pray for wisdom and guidance. Lord, grant us peace, grant us comfort, grant us healing, and be with us.
Hello, my fellow Rotarians. I want to thank Hillary and Charles for this opportunity to recite the Pledge of Allegiance. And I decided to do it the right way, with the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remember that only united we stand. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to say happy birthdays. We've got 3 birthdays this week, and I guess you guys are getting to celebrate those with your family. Ed Bardwell was the 23rd. Doug McAllister's is tomorrow. And George's is going to be on Friday, George Tarpley. So happy birthday to you all. Wish you good health. Have a good week. Wish we could see you. Look forward to the time we can all get back together. District updates. There's a lot going on right now, and all these are fluid and moving, and we're adjusting accordingly. District Assembly's been rescheduled to May 16th. Anybody who's interested in attending that, please let Hillary know, because we were making reservations. If you've already made a reservation, that reservation will still be there. So we're going to keep those out there. If you'd like to join that, do so. The district gala, which the whole purpose of that was raising funds for polio, have now been moved to November 14th. All the upcoming district roundtables were now being done by a brand new method. It's called Zoom video. And it's an incredible system for doing meetings. You get to see everybody, good interaction. So that's what it's going to be done if you're interested in joining the roundtable. Those are like the second Saturday of every month. The RI convention in Hawaii has been canceled. Disappointing. So I'm sorry for the officers, Hillary and Jim, for this year not being able to go. I don't know if that will be rescheduled, but you know, it's just unfortunate to have all that's going on right now. So again, you know, keep us updated with anything you need, and give us comments on our program. Today, we've got Dennis Connally. Dennis is the chairman of the Rotary Club Foundation, and he's going to share with us a little of the history and inner workings of our foundation.
From my own personal office, like the rest of you, I'm stuck at home, so we'll try this presentation here. This is going to be hopefully a brief history and overview of our Dallas Rotary Club Foundation. And this foundation is be turning 66 years old this year. It was started in 1954, in June of 54. And so we have been dealing with the foundation and trying to grow it as fast as we can, and also to provide our club with the funds that's necessary to manage its charitable endeavors, so that we can continue the good work of the Rotary Club of Dallas. The foundation was funded back in 1954 to make loans from this trust to qualified students for college, postgraduate work, and professional study. It also was to use to make educational grants to student nurses training in Dallas area hospitals, and one grant annually to a foreign student to study the Dallas Educational Institution. I have no idea what that place was, but I don't even know if it's around today. It also created a student loan fund, which was founded in 1919 and became a part of the foundation in 1954. This was the first student loan fund established by any Rotary Club in Rotary International, so Dallas is very proud to do that. It also spurred the idea and helped create an ambassadorial scholarship with Rotary International. So this foundation has done some very significant things in the past, and it will so in the future. As you can see, that the foundation was set up mainly to fund educational endeavors on the behalf of the Rotary Club of Dallas, and that's what we continue to do so. Over $1 million of our foundation funds are served for the scholarship endeavors that we do. The history of the club, like I said, it was started in 1954, and it has been altered twice. Once about 5 years ago, and one last year, where we fine-tuned it to make it work for what we're doing today. Our trustees are there 15 of us. It changed last year from 18 to 15, so we can tighten up how the foundation works, and so that the people that are coming in on our foundation will be selected by the foundation board instead of the club board, trying to separate the two entities as much as possible for IRS purposes. So now the trustees are obviously the foundation chairman serving a 2-year term. The foundation chairman-elect is also a 2-year term, and the immediate past chairman a 2-year term, and the remaining 12 trustees staggered over 3 years. We, instead of being actual trustees of the trust foundation, the 3 advisors we have are the current club president, the president-elect, and the immediate past president. And we also have the executive director is ex officio, and the treasurer, if in fact that treasurer is not on the board of directors. Here are your current board of trustees. I'm the chairman, Courtney Underwood is the chairman-elect, and Tom McIntyre is the past chair. Each of us will serve 2 years. And the rest of us that you see here will be staggered, like I said, over a 3-year period of time. And the executive committee is myself, past chair Tom, chair-elect Courtney, the treasurer Charles Reed, and executive director Hillary Penards. Investment committee is chaired by Chip Glisman, There's about 5 or 6 of us on that committee, and Heather Stephen is cheering up our development fundraising efforts. Here's a good look of what our assets were as of 12/31/19. I'm not going to go into what's happening now because I actually think if it's gone down, it'll bounce back once all this China virus is all over with. The total assets as of 12/31/19 was almost $3.4 million. You can see that the unrestricted portion is well over half of our fund. The temporary restricted is at 25, and the permanently restricted is at 17. And on the left, you can see the various funds that we have that are inside our foundation. Our foundation is made up, as you can see, of about 10 to 15 different funds. Most of it at the top are having to do with scholarships and education. We have done some things with the Zambia Dental program with some of the local dental schools here in Dallas. One of the biggest things we've done over the last several years is the Ghana Clean Water and dental projects headed by Elizabeth Cuellar and Fields. And then we also do quite a bit with Safer Dallas, Better Dallas now, and the Salute to Americans Veterans. The Centennial Clyde Warren Park, most of you in the club, this project was funded by $600,000 of our club going toward the new Clyde Warren Park to generate a reading area for children. And if you go to the park, you'll see that we're the only charitable organization that has recognition anywhere in that park, which is a really feather in our cap, and really tab grade in the area of the children's park. Let's see what's next. This is the slide I showed a few weeks ago at our club. This shows you the income for the last 18 years. Last 8 years, 9 years. I've been involved in the foundation as far back as I think 2012. So that's been a long time. But you can see that our total income is at the bottom is $5.8 million. Our total expenses, including grants paid out, management expenses and things like that, is just a little over $5 million. So as you can see from the total asset line from 2002 of $2.2 million all the way up to 2018, $3.2 million, our assets have actually grown almost $1 million. So, the fear that we've had in the past, we can't spend more than we bring in. This chart here shows you that we have way advanced in education. It's a very important graph, and we'll keep it updated on an annual basis so everybody can feel free to and get comfortable with what we're doing. The next slide is the allocation and performance report from Fireside Capital Advisors, who handles the foundation's money. You can see that on the left side that the less than 0.5% is in the money market, and the rest is in equity, 65%, and bonds at 34%. And to the right, you'll see the various asset classes and allocations that we have dealing with the various funds that we're in. And then this is all in keeping in line with our investment advisors, our investment policy that's updated on an annual basis. This will give you an idea of what our investment growth is in the activity summary from year to date, beginning market, all the way through the inception. So the really what you want to pay focus to is down at the bottom on the time-weighted return. Year to date is almost 18%, and it's the same thing for the 1 year. And so, but since in the inception, it's just under 5%. There again, the Fireside has done a good job over the last 12 months or the last year, having to do with the return on all of our money that we've got invested. Here's the program that giving that we've done over the years. So the last 7 years, we've spent $2.2 million, averaging $319,000. And the one that's leading the list right now is the Salute to Americans Veterans we've done for many, many years. Centennial Project will eventually continue to drop down as the years go on because that project is over. We may have some minor repairs and maintenance on it, but I don't see that in the future right now. Scholarships obviously continue to grow, as will water wells. And Safer Dallas, Better Dallas, with our golf tournament that we're doing with them, that'll start creeping up the ladder as well. The I Like Me literacy program of the teacher recognition awards will continue to grow as well. And the back rodeo will, even though it's hopefully we'll continue on that the following years. Here is the income sources that we've had over the last 3 years. As you can see, the member contributions continues to top the list with a Salute to America's Veterans right behind it. And the golf tournament, those top 3 will always stay there pretty much. The Amazon Smiles, Kroger, and Tom Thumb, if you haven't signed up for that, I hope you would. It continues to creep up a little bit at a time. Of course, every little bit helps, and we have to do nothing for that money to get it. The grants we receive mainly are from the Rotary International. They help us with the back rodeo, as well as the water wells and the dental projects that we do. And the investment income, obviously, is self-explanatory. That comes from before. Here, just a second. Birthday contributions, if you haven't done that on an annual basis, I wish you would. That, believe it or not, that adds quite a bit of money to our program every year. And of course, the specified programs of SAV, Safer Dallas, and our scholarships and clean water always bring in extra money when we need it. We can take, if you want to give us a check, cash, credit card, if you want to give us stock that you would like to get a stepped up value on your charitable contributions, we'll take that as well. And estate gifts, especially through your will. That's how the foundation grew the most over the last several years. Graber Kidwell gave us like $250,000, around $250,000 to help the needy, and that program is still going strong today. And Margaret Eliasoff donated $100,000. No, I'm sorry, $750,000 for scholarships. That's in place. That was through a will. And so that's very, very important. So there's several of us that have done that to made estate gifts in our will. So if you haven't done so, please keep this in mind. And like this chart says, it doesn't matter how much or how little you give. It's just a matter that you've opened up your pocketbook. So hopefully you keep that in mind and help us grow our foundation, because that's what it does. It helps our Rotary Club. And we're here to serve the Rotary Club of Dallas, and want to thank you for all you do for all of us. Thanks a lot.
Dennis, thank you very much. Great program, great information. You know, we all should be very proud of our foundation and what all it does. And it's how we're able to do all the things that we're doing. And one of the things as a club that we're doing right now is there's some of our projects are being pushed out and actually canceled. So, you know, those funds are not going to be spent. We may move those into something else. We're looking at a number of different options. One of the things that we've asked our members and you to do for us is look to our website. There's certain nonprofits that really could use our help right now, particularly like the food pantries. So we're trying to do our part to support them. We have individuals or organizations like Faith Family Academy. You know, they're the charter school that's in South Dallas. They're still doing meals for students because, you know, one of my concerns was with a lot of those students, the only meals they got when they went to school. And now they're home and don't have access to that. Well, the schools, at least I know Faith Family, and I think others are doing the same, they're still preparing meals and letting families come by and pick them up. And they also are working with doing some internal, their own little food pantry to help their students and families in their area. So we're looking at some things we can do to help them as well. They're going to share with me some items that they need for their food pantry, and I'll share those with you. So I wish you all the very best. Stay healthy. And now at this point in time, we're going to conclude our meeting with what we always do, the 4-way test. And that's of the things we think, say, and do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? And fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? And fifth, will it be fun and you'll all be safe? God bless. Wish you all the very best. Thank you.